If you just booked a cruise, congratulations. You're about to embark on an incredible adventure. But, and this is a big but, booking is just the beginning. There are some vital steps that you need to take immediately after booking to ensure that your trip is smooth sailing. These 12 steps are going to save you money and guarantee that you maximize every single moment of your vacation, and they're going to help you to not stress out as your cruise gets closer. And when you get closer to your cruise, what I want you to do is check out our video on what to do the week before your cruise, because we've got a little 7-day checklist for you too, and that's a really fun video. We actually drove around town and filmed everything that we were doing that week before the cruise. Let's get to the list. First up, and you guys, this one's absolutely critical, you gotta secure your travel insurance. Please, please, please do not wait on this one. There's a reason why I made this number one. So lots of travel insurance companies have a really strict window of booking, and often that's within 15 days of your initial non-refundable deposit to secure that policy. So this is only if you've put down that non-refundable portion. This protects you from unforeseen circumstances, and trust me, you don't want to be caught without insurance. Imagine losing your entire cruise investment due to a medical emergency or flight cancellation or illness. Your travel agent can totally help you with choosing your insurance. And what they can do for you is they can navigate if you should book your insurance with the cruise line or with a third party to get the most out of your insurance. And another thing, always remember to insure your flights, not just the cruise. Number two, it's time to review your travel documentation. This is a really big one. You're going to want to first check your passport's expiration date, or if you don't have a passport, it's time to get one. Many countries out there require at least 6 months of validity beyond your return date from your cruise. That means your passport cannot have expired 6 months before the cruise starts. I know it's kind of confusing, but just trust me on this. Also, you're going to want to check for any visa or electronic travel requirements. This is common right now with the UK. They have a new travel requirement that you have to do through an app. It's very easy, but make sure that you do this. So you don't want to be denied boarding at the port. So what you want to do is double and triple check all of your documents, and be sure to read the emails that the cruise line sends to you, because usually they send you notices outlining any travel documentation that you might need. They're usually going to let you know. All right, number three, you want to make sure that you download the cruise line app and also get familiar with the cruise line's website. So you can start by downloading the app on your mobile device, log in, enter your booking number, and double check your reservation details. Then head over to the cruise line's website and do the same thing. Sometimes the information is different on the app and the website. This is going to help to make sure that your booking is properly registered, and it helps you too to get familiar with the platform, which you're going to need to do. You're going to be using these tools a lot, so get comfortable with them right away. Number four, if your cruise line offers it, it's time to make your dining reservations. So your travel agent might have handled this for you at the time of booking, and if they did, that is great. That's very common. Some cruise lines will allow you or your travel advisor to choose early, late, or some type of flexible dining time at the time of booking. But you want to double check to make sure that this has been done. So you're going to jump onto the app or website and book those preferred dining times. You might also be able to join a little wait list for your preferred time if you don't get your first choice when you book. It actually happens a lot that you don't get that first choice if you book your cruise a little bit late, at the last minute, or even like 90 days before. Sometimes those popular early dining times, they fill up really fast. Now, specialty restaurants often fill up really quickly too, so you don't want to delay in making your reservations for those restaurants. Or you could buy a dining package if one is available. Royal Caribbean has a dining package that you want to book right away if you're booking with them. Oh, and if you need a trustworthy travel advisor, we linked to our partner in the description below, and they can take a lot of the stress off your plate when you're planning a cruise. Number five, purchase those packages. What packages am I talking about? Drink packages, internet packages. These can really make your cruise experience better, and it's sometimes cheaper to book them before the cruise. In fact, you want to assume that the onboard prices are probably going to be higher, and snag those packages before your cruise. So I have to know, are you team always buy a drink package or never buy a drink package? Let us know down in the comments. Now here's a pro tip. Keep an eye on the prices for the packages. Cruise lines sometimes offer discounts during major sale periods, like maybe Black Friday, wave season, things like that. If you see a lower price, you can often refund it and rebook it at the lower price. In general, though, booking packages early is a really good best practice. Number 6, start thinking about and budgeting for shore excursions. They can be as much as the cruise if you're not careful. Now, if it's a little bit early to book those cruise excursions, like if you book a few years in advance, it's still a really good time to start researching what you might want to do. You can look into the different ports of call, explore the available excursions, read reviews about things you might want to do, and it's going to give you a good idea for what you want to do and help you budget accordingly so that when it's time to book, you're ready to rock and roll. And remember, you don't have to book with a cruise line directly. Our favorite provider offers a return to ship guarantee, and their tours are usually less expensive and way, way, way less crowded. And of course, we've linked to that info below too. Number 7, if you need to fly to your embarkation port, start researching those flights. Most airlines allow you to book about 11 months or 330 days before the date of travel. So make a note of that. So if you're within that window, it's time to start checking out prices and setting some price alerts. If you're not, mark your calendar for that 330-day point. Prices on airfare can fluctuate so much. So, as your departure date approaches, you're going to want to keep these tips in mind. First, research different airlines and see if they have different prices. Consider nearby airports too. If you have a regional airport or something nearby, you might want to do that. An example of that, you guys, is if you're flying into Miami, you could also fly into Fort Lauderdale, and it's not a really long drive to the port. It could save you hundreds of dollars. But you don't want to be stressed out about embarkation day or rush. So avoid booking your flights once you get to the time that you're going to book them and pay for them. Avoid booking them on the day of your cruise. Instead, you want to arrive to your port of embarkation at least one day in advance or more. If you can budget the vacation time, it's just so much more relaxing that way. Number 8, you want to calendar some important dates. Your online check-in date for the cruise is crucial. You're going to want to set a reminder as the check-in windows can be tight. And if you wait too long, you might not be able to get the embarkation time window you want. Also, you want to calendar your final payment date, your pre-cruise hotel reservations, and any other important deadlines. Staying organized with this stuff is really going to help you with that last-minute panic, and it just helps to put it on a calendar. Now, one final note on this. We talked a little bit about calendaring your check-in date a little earlier, right? Some cruise ports actually have really strict rules about check-in, and they require that you have to check in on the cruise line website or app within a strict window, like 72 hours before your cruise. If not, you could be denied boarding. I'm dealing with a cruise like that right now, where if I don't check in 72 hours before, I can't even go. Number 9, check out social media and online groups. So what do I mean by that? Facebook groups, cruise critic groups. Now, when you join the Facebook group for your specific sailing, you're going to be able to see what other cruisers on your exact sailing are planning. This is a great way to connect with fellow cruisers and ask them questions and get insider tips. Usually there's a fair amount of talk about hiding cruise ducks too. I have noticed that. You can also book shared excursions with other travelers to save money. You can check and see if they're planning a meetup in the early part of the cruise so you can get to know other people. This is great, especially if you are a solo traveler. And usually you can get your questions answered in these groups too. You might also want to check out the cruise critic message boards for roll calls and messages about your ship. You actually have a search function on Cruise Critic that you can use to look for your particular ship. Now, if there's no Facebook group for your cruise, you could consider starting one. I know people who actually do that. Number 10, remember, YouTube is a search engine and is a great place to do cruise research. So what you do is go onto YouTube, type in what you want into the search bar, and then watch the magic unfold. Usually you can watch ship tours. You can check out cabin reviews, vlogs, shore excursion ideas, and this is going to give you a better understanding of what to expect and help you plan your time on board and in port. Number 11, don't forget to inform your workplace or your boss that you booked a vacation. It's probably best not to wait to the last minute for that one. You want to submit that time off request well in advance to avoid any scheduling conflicts or bad blood with your boss, right? And finally, guys, number 12, it's time to get pumped, get excited. You've booked your dream cruise. Now it's time to let the anticipation build, start planning your outfits, creating a packing list, dreaming about the adventures that await. You're going to want to remember to check out all of our other cruise planning videos, our Amazon cruise store, which is amazing, by the way, and our favorite cruise packing list linked below and pinned to the top of the comments. So when is your next cruise? Where are you going? What ship are you going on? Tell us all about it down in the comments below. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.